The war had ended, but not for him. Ethan Walker rode home slow, his horse limping as the sun bled over the horizon. The wind smelled like rain and dust, the scent of endings. His jacket was torn, his hands bruised, and his heart heavy with the kind of silence that only soldiers carry. He'd been gone 3 years. 3 long, God-forsaken years. The path that once led home now looked unfamiliar. Overgrown fences, grass taller than his boots, the old oak tree half broken by storms. But there it was, the cabin, small, quiet, the same smoke-stained wood he built with his own hands before the war took him away. He dismounted, every step toward that porch feeling heavier. His boots echoed against the wood, each creak whispering memories, laughter, her voice, her songs by the window. He reached for the door. The handle was cold. Inside, everything stood still. The clock on the wall had stopped ticking. Dust lay thick on the shelves. His rifle still hung by the fireplace, the same as he'd left it. But the house, it felt hollow, like it was holding its breath. Then he saw it, on the table, under a thin film of dust, lay a ring, her ring. The gold dulled by time, resting beside a folded piece of paper. His chest tightened. He walked over, slow, his fingers trembling as he picked up the ring. It was still warm somehow. Or maybe his hands were just shaking too much. The letter was short, her handwriting small and careful. If you come back, Ethan, and I'm not here, know that I waited. Every sunrise, every storm. But I couldn't wait forever. I prayed you'd find peace, even if it's not with me. He sank into the chair, the wood creaking beneath his weight. Outside, the wind rustled through the grass, whispering her name. He stared at that ring for what felt like hours. The memories came like a flood. Her smile at the well, the night before he left, when she'd slipped the ring off and pressed it into his hand. "Bring it back when you come home," she'd said. He'd kept it close during the war until the battle at Clearwater Creek, where the explosion tore through his company and left him buried under mud and fire. When he woke, the ring was gone. Lost in the chaos. He thought maybe that was a sign, that he'd lost her too, but here it was, waiting. He stood, walked to the window. The prairie stretched endless, bathed in dying light. A small cross stood on the hill beyond the barn, white and simple. He didn't need to ask whose name was carved into it. Ethan's knees buckled. He dropped to the floor, clutching the ring to his chest. The house felt too quiet, too full of ghosts. He whispered her name, Anna. And it broke him. But as night fell, something in that silence changed. A soft wind blew through the open window, and the lamp on the table flickered to life, its flame trembling like a heartbeat. He turned, eyes wet, staring at that little flame. It glowed against the ring, making it shine like it once had. Alive, golden, beautiful. He smiled through the tears. "You kept the light burning for me, didn't you?" The next morning, the sun rose over the prairie, painting the hills in soft gold. Ethan stood by the grave with the ring in his hand. "I came home," he whispered, "just like I promised." He knelt, placing the ring on the cross gently. "You waited long enough. I'll keep waiting now." Then, with quiet resolve, he walked back to the cabin. Later that evening, he lit the lamp again. And this time, it wasn't for war or grief or what was lost. It was for love, the kind that doesn't end, even when everything else does. And as the stars rose high over the prairie, the small light in that cabin window flickered steady, the last promise of a soldier who finally came home.